Sweet potato, sweet potato. Sweet potato, sweet potato. Sweet potato, sweet potato. Potato, 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 potato. It's sweet. G'day, g'day. I'm Tupperware Pete. And yes, I am going to be cooking a caramel slice. Woo! Mareka down. I'm going to be cooking a caramel slice with sweet potato. Now, because if you're going to have a caramel slice, right, it needs to be healthy. So let's throw some sweet potato into it. Now, this is the sweet potato that I'm using. I really wanted it to be bright purple on the inside, but this is the one, when you cook it, turns a little bit, a rather tempting shade of grey. So it's a little unfortunate. However, a little bit of brown sugar. Oh my goodness, it tastes delicious. So before, that's going to be the filling. We're going to do caramel on top. Let's do a little bit of a base. We'll do a biscuit base. I've got my butter in a Clearmate. Now the Clearmate containers, they're the only straight-sided container that once you express the air out of there, becomes liquid tight as well as airtight. So you can pop them in the pantry, you can pop them in the refrigerator, and you can even pop your beetroot in there, pop it in the esky with your, with your drinks. Your beetroot juice isn't going to get into the drinks. Your drinks water's not going to get into the beetroot because it's a liquid tight air container. Liquid tight, airtight. Because of the double seal, I don't know if you can see that. There's a seal on the outside and a seal on the inside. It's like a double track system. That's what makes it liquid tight and airtight. Anyway, let's get cracking. I'm going to do about, 40 to 60 grams of butter. So that's going to be roughly 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter. And I've just got it in my micro cook pitcher. I've got the set here, the large one and the small one. I like them because they double as a set of 6 measuring cups. And then whether you're measuring up millage or whether you're measuring up cups, that's going to do it. We'll pop that in here. Oh, that's right. I forgot I did have a little something earlier on. This is the Micro Pro grill. When you're not using it, you can store it into the microwave oven to save space on your bench, right? Perfect segue. I may or may not have earlier done some beautiful pumpkin with kale and asparagus, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. Oh my goodness, that was delicious. All right, what we're going to do is pop that into there. We'll stick that in for 1 minute. While we're in here, have you seen this product before? You know what it's called, don't you? No need to ask, it's a smooth operator. It is a smooth operator. Smooth operator. It is a smooth operator. All right, I've just got a packet of milk arrowroot biscuits, just a generic brand, and I'm going to use about a half of that packet. All right. What we're going to do is pop the top on here. I will throw in a little bit of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. We'll just throw in a little bit of that, a couple of teaspoons, just to give it a nice little warmth to it. And actually, you know what? Let's throw in some shredded coconut as well. You can use desiccated coconut, but I've got this gorgeous shredded coconut, and this has been in my Modular Mate for quite some time. And I thought, I can't still use that, can I? It won't be fresh. Oh my goodness. It smells like I bought it last week, and that's been in there for, I won't tell you how long that's been in there for. But the Tupperware, some people say the Modular Mate Tupperware seals extend the use by or best before date. Some people say up to 5 or 6 years, right? So no problems with that. It's still fresh as if I bought it last week, right? So we'll just give this a bit of a shake. We will, they do say respect the fill line, which is probably wise advice. Here we go. All right. Now, what you could do is you could draw the curtains, throw on your favourite Spotify playlist, and you can get your blood pumping. It's Tupper-aerobics in the kitchen, right? How easy is that? Save money on gym fees, and then you can tone up your arms. Perfect, right? So, can you see? I've only pulled the cord a few times. That's a bit of a rough chop. So what we're going to do is pull the cord a few more times. I probably have overfilled it, but let's just see. It's a zero carbon footprint handheld blender when you're using it. Right? And this, I mean, if you prefer to get your biscuits out with some alfoil or clear sandwich cling wrap and get the tea towel out, get your rolling pin out, if you want to do that, go for it. I like quick and easy in the kitchen, and Tupperware certainly makes it very quick and very easy, right? So this is, look, what we'll do is, we'll grab this in a bowl, and we will dump this straight into here. It's a bit chunky, but that's okay. Now, what we'll do is we'll add this in, grab our melted butter, we'll pour that in. We probably need a little bit more melted butter, but let's grab a spatula and we will just mix that around. We will need some more melted butter. I've gone a little bit cray-cray on the milk arrowroot, so let's just throw in a little bit more melted butter. All right. Well, it's buttery goodness, isn't it? Absolutely it is. I've been selling Tupperware almost 30 years. And in that time, I have learned how to, not only how to use the products, but also how to cook. Tupperware has taught me how to cook. So I was a vegetarian for about 10 years, but now I eat meat again. And so I knew a little bit about food, but I didn't really discover desserts until I started Tupperware. I didn't discover full-on proper balancing the family budget each week, using the products to create restaurant quality food at home. Tupperware taught me how to do that. Not only the product, but once you're in Tupperware, you have access to a wealth of information, decades and decades of mums and aunties and grandmas and great-grandmas with their recipes and their hints and their tips that they pass down onto you so that you can teach one another and teach the next generation all of the hints and tips and tricks of the Tupperware trade, all right? So we've got those in there. This is a rough biscuit base. I want a little bit more melted butter in here. Let's just grab this now. And we will pour that into there. Oh, that's sizzling. Okay. Maybe next time. So even though Tupperware did teach me, I'm now practicing my own bits and pieces and seeing if I can Peterize recipes and go, oh, I wonder if we can do this. Well, it's all trial and error, really, and it all comes out the same way, doesn't it? All right, so we've got this. Let's... Okay, that's great. So what we're going to do is grab our rectangle. This is a Modular Mates rectangle number 1. This is exactly the same product as I've got stored in my shredded coconut. But if you don't have a slice container, one of the Tupperware slice containers, this is the next best thing. Because I can seal that. And I can, let's use all of that. And I can pop it into the refrigerator, and I don't need clear sandwich wrap to cover the slice and do all of that. I can just pop this straight into here. Now, let's just grab our... It is going to be a bit of a... Probably used a little bit too much. But we can squash that down. It's chunky. I could have popped it through the supersonic chopper a little bit more, but for time purposes, there we go. So that's our, it's a rustic biscuit base, all right? Let's move this out of the way. Now, what we're going to do now is this, look, it doesn't look the best, but a little bit of brown sugar, oh my goodness. The beauty of this is, and it's the consistency, the beauty of this is that you don't have to add any cream cheese. You don't have to add any condensed milk whatsoever. I did this late this afternoon, so it's been sitting out, it's sort of coagulated, but that's okay. We'll just grab the Tupperware spatula, will help sort of mix it back into shape, we hope. So what we're going to do is we will, and seriously, I threw in 4 teaspoons. So I just boiled this on the stove. If you have a Tupperware pressure cooker, you could do that. Absolutely, you could. I have, someone really wanted my Tupperware pressure cooker, so I sold that to them. So hopefully I've got another one coming soon. But seriously, a little bit of brown sugar, that's divine, right? It just tastes like a proper sweet potato. But I think it's more of a yam, or, so I wanted a purple yam. So we will, okay. To the person who wanted me to make caramel slice, this is the reason why it's taken me a year. Let's just pop this down. Yum. It's going to be delicious once it sets in the fridge with that biscuit base, and we've got a layer of that sweet potato, which is just going to contrast the texture of the caramel that we're going to now pour on the top, right? So what we're going to do is grab our caramel. Yes, it's got a ring pull. We are not going to use the ring pull for a couple of reasons. 1, sometimes it might snap and you still need a can opener. 2, once we pull the ring pull off, not only is the piece we pull off going to be sharp, but what's left behind is sharp as well. Grab the Tupperware can opener. Turn it in a clockwise direction. Whether you're left-handed or right-handed, a clockwise direction will be fine. Sometimes you hear that click, or you'll feel the pressure ease a little bit. Take that off. Grab this little beak. Pop that over here. One hand on the can. Oh, one hand on the can. There we go. Oh, there we go. And it will snap off. See, this is the beauty. No sharp edges. And it's the same as that one too. Put that back up there. Now I reckon this is caramel. Oh, let's use the whole lot, eh? Let's use the whole lot. Because once it's set, we are then going to use the Tupperware pastry cutter or server. And because that's got, I don't know if you can see that, not only is the edges serrated, but it's beveled as well, which means you're going to be able to slice that up in the container and it's not going to damage the container whatsoever. So what we're going to do is, I suppose I could have warmed this up a little, but I'm not going to. Now, if this tool is too wide, you can grab the thin spatula if you want a little bit more control. There we go. But, I want a piece now. And then if you had some cream, you could whip some cream up into that, or maybe do a little bit of a custard or something in between there, underneath that caramel. So this is, like I said, this is very rustic. But I wanted to show you, when you're doing a caramel slice or anything, feel free to think outside the box. Like, who would thought to put that sweet potato in there? And the texture. So you're going to get the crunch of the biscuit base. You're going to get that soft, almost marshmallowy like, but it's healthy, it's sweet potato, a little bit of brown sugar, and then you got the gooey caramel on the top. The 3 different textures are going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to seal that. Instead of using sandwich wrap, look, right? Instead of using sandwich wrap, we are going to seal that. We're going to pop that straight into the refrigerator. When it comes out, we can just grab the pastry cutter server and we can slice that up. The leftover, what's the names here? Grab our super oval number 1, grab the tab, peel the seal. The leftover milk arrowroot biscuits, they can go straight into there because Tupperware becomes your packaging, remember? So we're going to pop that straight into there. That's available for next time. And, oh, hang on. I've done it again. You know what I've done? Let me step out of the shot. If you've been watching me, put this in the bin. If you've been watching me, you'll know what I've forgotten. Are you ready? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy. I danced the cares away. I shouted and got happy. I'll cook for you another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.